Hello there, this is Joseph Gray with DR Metrics. In this video, we're going to talk about how to use global search to find advertisers and brands. We're also going to talk about the new dynamic advertiser page. So if you're a seasoned user of AdSphere, please listen on because there's some really great content in here for you as well. Now, let's say I want to find something kind of obscure like grab bag, which hasn't been on the air for quite a while. If I search for it down here under search brands, nothing's going to come up. Now, why is that? Because this particular search box here is for the current results in the ranking system, and those are going to default to Media Week 40 in this case, or last week. Now that product hasn't been on the air for many weeks. It certainly wasn't on the air last week, therefore it will not appear in the results because this is a search filter. Now at the top where we have global search, this is where we could search for something like grab bag, and it would look across the history of our database and it'll find something like grab bag, and then we can click in and learn all about that particular campaign. Here it is right here, for example. Let me give you another example. I'm going to type in Gotham Steel Pan, and I know that was on the air last week, but again, I want to find it here for sure, so I'm going to search up in global search. Here it is right here. Now you'll notice that anything with Gotham, Steel, or Pan, 3 different search terms, will create a match. And the match that has the most relevancy should be at the top of the list. The first 5 matches will be shown in the results, and you can see here there are a total of 60 brands. And if you click on View All, you can go through those and click the appropriate choice. In this case, I'm just going to click on Steel Pan. I can also see there are different advertisers and creatives that also are associated with and have those types of search terms. Now, when I navigate to the advertiser page, historically through global search, the advertiser page defaults to a lifetime view, and this is still the case. But if, for example, I want to show you here that's 33 million in spend, over 27,000 airings for Gotham Steel Pan, this is definitely a lifetime view. But if I go back to the main page and I type in Gotham Steel up here, which is in the filter, I'll see what the numbers look like for last week, 928,000. Now, if I click on Gotham Steel here, it'll still navigate me as always to the advertiser page, just like global search. But since I came in from the ranking system and since we had week 40 set, that's going to be the default now in the data that we're looking at. So we're seeing the spend on every Gotham Steel, and every other Imachan brand for just Media Week 40. And we can see there are 2 pages of results here. So Imachan and company had quite a few brands on the air last week. And we can see the spend by individual brand, and we could see the aggregate spend up here at the top for the date range, which is 3,223,703. Again, I'm going to go back to lifetime view now, type in Gotham Steel Pan, and all those numbers will be in a lifetime format. Click here from global search. So that's what I mean by dynamic. Now, one of the things that you can do from the new advertiser page is you can come up here to the top and you can click on this blue edit button, and you can change the date range on the fly to any date range you desire. For example, I can choose last week, I can choose current week, and airings in AdSphere are coming in more on a real-time basis, so usually they're delayed about 30 minutes on average. So I can certainly come in here and look at what an advertiser is doing for the current week. I can click on Other and go back to prior years. I can choose any media week, month, quarter, etc. And I can also choose a custom date range by just selecting my start and my end time, clicking set, and you can see those set automatically up here. Click Apply and rerun the data. All right, so we're still in a lifetime view at the moment. And if I scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see that there are some brands that have a red status icon, meaning they haven't had airings in the most recent 30 days, and others that are currently active, meaning they've had activity in the most recent 30 days, in green. And those respond to this Refine By selector over here. If I, for example, select inactive, you'll see that now we're only seeing inactive brands of Imachan and Sons, and there are 9 pages at 20 a page of those. Again, I can go back to active campaigns, and if I scroll down, I can see that there are 2 pages only of results that are currently active. And if I go back to all, I'm pulling in both of those data sets, and I'll see 10 pages of results now. This Excel button up here will grab all of the top level data for every one of these brands. It'll show you the airings and the lifetime spend in this particular case, but it'll also show me all of the summary data down at the creative level. All of the spend values, the airings, and the play buttons will be presented in that Excel. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull that Excel file over here and show you what I'm talking about. So this would be an example of the report that you would get. In this case, it's showing Gotham Steel Pan, then it shows all of its creatives underneath. And if we scroll over, all the top line spend and airings data and the play buttons, which are good for 30 days. And you could send this report to anybody you want in the industry. They don't have to have an AdSphere account to access those play buttons. You can see, because Imachan & Sons has so many brands historically, this is a huge report, 1,242 rows of data with all of these historic play buttons. So it's a pretty powerful report that you can create. Now, if I change this to inactive as an example, and I click this Excel button, it's only going to export for me in that same Excel format just the inactive campaigns. All right, now up here at the top, whatever date range I happen to be on, it'll show me the spend across all brands for that period of time. Again, we're looking at lifetime spend here. And if the advertiser has business also in long form, 20.5-minute format, you'll see a long form tab show up on their advertiser page. And I'll toggle over to that. And we could see that Gotham Steel Pan historically has had some infomercials as well. There are 8 particular infomercial creatives. We can expand out and see all the spend level details for every one of those infomercial creatives historically. But none of these, of course, have been on the air in the most recent 30 days. If I scroll down, I can see all the other brand details for the 20.5-minute format. The lifetime rank is separate for short form. In this case, rank 34 in the industry. If I go to long form, rank 31, the dollars obviously will change as well. You can see at the top of the page here, we have company level details on most of the advertisers in AdSphere. If you find that any of the company level details are inaccurate, you can click here and give us some community feedback. We love that. You can let us know, for example, that Imachan & Sons, the website's changed or the phone number's wrong. And by helping us out, you make the product better for everyone involved. And also up here at the top, you'll see we have different contacts at the particular advertiser. And if any of that information is incorrect, you can also click and give us feedback on a particular contact. You can say, hey, Nathan's email address has changed or something in that vein. The next video in this series will be about the ranking system. We'll go back here and we'll talk about all the different columns in the ranking system. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.